going on, everyone? Today, I want to talk a little bit just about the order of self-improvement, right? It varies for every age, and when I say order, I mean what you are focusing on at the moment, right? You can't be fully focused on your spiritual work while you're fully focused on business, while you're fully focused on, um, you know, getting in the best shape possible. You can't do all those things at one time. You can't focus on all of them fully. And it is kind of a topic that in my mind spirals around a lot. Am I focusing on the right thing right now? And looking back, I am happy the path I took, and I'm gonna kind of explain that to you guys and why. So without going into my history too much, I'm just gonna say that I got on a path of self-improvement, and the first thing was basics, right? I was looking at the supplements, I was taking the cold showers, I was reading just random shit, basically health, right? Health was the first thing that I got into, right? My physical health, how to eat, how to sleep, how to take care of your body. And I'm glad I did that, and I did do that kind of strategically at the time, because I knew that if whatever I was going to do after that, I want my body to be functioning fully, right? I want to be at full capacity, get that base down, and then be able to do whatever else I do in my future at full capacity. It then went into spirituality, in the sense of meditation, studying spiritual books, studying philosophy, just focused really, really all day observing my thoughts, like all day observing my thoughts and kind of attaching a philosophy to them and trying to explain them. And there were ups and downs, but I learned a shit ton about myself. And that was about a year ago today, and for like a 6-month stretch, I was just locked in on that. And then about 9 months ago, I got locked in on business, and it wasn't until a couple months ago that I really am locked in on business. And I realize now that the reason I was able to, let me take that back. Let me hit this point first. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is so true, right? If you don't have financial stability, then you won't be able to get to self-actualization, right? And I say this because looking back, I was able to put a lot of focus into my spiritual life without having a lot of money or, wealth at all. But that was because I was 18, 19 years old. If you live like that for many years to come, right, when you get into 21, 22, 23, at that point you're going to have financial responsibilities that if those aren't met, your spiritual life, your self-actualization won't be possible. You'll be stressed out about money, right? So I realized that I need to kick it in gear, get my finances straight so I'm not a slave, right? I'm not a slave to my mind and a slave to society. So I am fully focused on that right now, fully in the sense of what's most salient to me. That's where my attention's at most. I still train, I still do philosophy, I still meditate, but that is what's salient to me. That's what I think about, and that's what I'm focused on. That's what's most important to me, because if I get that now, the earlier I get that, say I get full financial freedom by 23, 24, right? At that point, I can reach for self-actualization, right? I could reach for those higher things on Maslow's hierarchy. So I'm like how I did it in the sense of I did some spiritual work while I could, right? While I had no responsibility. And now that I'm getting more and I know it's going to just keep hitting me more and more and more, I am kicking it in gear on business so I can get that base and then focus on whatever I want to focus. So for me, it was health, a little bit of spirituality, and then business. And then after that, whatever the fuck you want to do, right? And for some people, if you're older than me and you already have the responsibilities, it might be health and then financial stability, right? Like, boom, just a little bit of health, get your shit straight, which isn't hard, right? Have good sleep hygiene, eat real food, get some exercise, get in the sun. If you do drink water, if you do those things every day, you are going to function close to your maximum capacity, right? So do that, get that in order. If you need to really focus to get those habits in place, do that. And then after just kick it in business, because if you are not, you will not actually be able to fulfill those higher needs, and fulfill whatever your purpose is if you are a slave to your job and your mind. So yeah, with that being said, young people, get on your finances as early as possible, and people that are older, you have probably realized this, but yeah, if you do want to have, complete those higher purposes, you're almost definitely going to need to have financial stability, so you can provide and not have stress and have that lower hierarchy. Like, if you have no financial stability, if you're living on the street, then you won't be able to eat, you won't be able to have food, you won't have shelter, you won't have the basic needs. And then after that, it's like, if you don't have those, you're stressed out, your relationships will be affected, your social network, the ability to experience the cool things on the earth, and it's just a downward spiral. And I'm speaking this one of my own, reflecting on or anticipating the future, and kind of, looking forward with some foresight. And then also other people, right? This is not new news, but it's just a reminder that you need to, at as young as possible, and if you're older, this, get your finances in check before you waste this time doing things that that is going to put you in a financially stressful situation. So yeah, that's kind of how I did it, and I did it sort of subconsciously, but I'm reflecting, and I think that worked out for me. And yeah, now I realize that it's business, and I do have to put aside some of those things that I care about more, like self-actualization, that meaning, just philosophy and purpose, really, to kind of get financially stable, so I can really hit it home on those categories when the time comes. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Peace out.